We're going to take a look at Jourist Vocabulary Builder Latin America. This application is going to help us learn Spanish and Portuguese. So outside of visiting the country and spending time there, this is the second best way to learn the language because it breaks down everything into groups and allows you to learn at your own pace. What you see here is our entire group listing with different sets. So we've got 12 sets in the first group, and in the second group 12, in the third group 11, and in the fourth group 9. And as you can see in the fourth group, they are infrequently used words, but words that you would want to know. And then starting off in the first group, most frequently used words. So we'll go into the first set. And everything here is broken up into these different categories. Words that you have not yet learned, words that you've adequately learned, all the way to words that you've been very good at learning. And to do that, we go in and we start to listen.
Acceder.
And say these words.
Acompañar.
So you're going to want to go through
Acontecimiento.
all of these words and listen to them said to you, and then say them yourself.
Activo.
And try and commit them to memory.
Adjuntar. Africano.
You can see
Ámbito.
each set is a pretty lengthy list of words.
Clínica. Cuadro. Cubierta. Derrotar. Dibujo. De todos modos.
So once you have gone through a list
Enseñanza.
and you feel like you have a good understanding, you will go into begin to learn. Now we can go into our first exercise, but we have 4 different exercises here. The first one is translation from the foreign language. The second one is translation into the foreign language. The third one is dictation, type correctly the word pronounced, and then guess words. Guess the translation of the word displayed. So let's take a look at translation from the foreign language. So we can see we have the word adios, and we have different options of what adios could mean here.
Adiós.
I can hear it played to me, and I know that adios means bye. So after I tap and make my check mark, if I made a mistake, I can go and tap another one, and then when I'm done, I hit confirm. And you know you got it right because you hear that little bell in the background. So I'm not really sure what this word means, but I am going to guess angry. Looks like I got it right. And I'm continuing to move through. These are all words that are going to show up now under the section where I've kind of learned them. I don't know them well because I haven't gone through this whole process and learned these words and all of those different options that we had, but that's what I'm going to work towards. I'm going to work towards mastery. So if I don't know one, I can skip it, or I can make a guess, and if I just don't know, I'll tap skip. It doesn't necessarily keep your score or anything. It just means that that word is not yet learned. It's going to stay in that not yet category. So at any time I can exit, and it's going to let me know that I have 4 correct answers and 0 mistakes. You can see here that my adequately learned words are now further along. So I can go in and I can view what those words are and see those words that I've adequately learned. I can also go in and start doing another exercise, which is going to help me move along in the process of adequately to satisfactory, good, and very good with some of these words. So for example, I'll go and we will look at dictation. So here I would want to type, listen to a word.
Acontecimiento.
And that's the worst possible one I could have got first. Let's skip.
Principal.
Let's see if I got it right. Oh, looks like I got it wrong. So I get the correct spelling and then I can move on. I can, of course, exit and move on to another category. So we have all of these different sets, and as we move down, let's take a look at our first set in our 4th group.
Acomplejado.
So these words are more difficult, of course.
Aletas.
Words that you may not use in every conversation that you have, but they're good words to know and understand.
Anillo de compromiso.
And of course, the same exercises are available here to help you through the process of continually learning these words. So at any time, of course, you can go and reset that proficiency level and reset everything back to the beginning so that you could start to learn over again. For example, I could tap right here and I can reset, and you can see now it reset everything back to not yet learned words, and I'd start over. So it's really easy for me to switch over into Portuguese. I just tap here and then go into my set, into my group, and we have
afetar,
Portuguese words.
algum, alguém, amigável, antes que, aterrissagem, ateu, boca, bilhete simples.
So as you can see, this application contains 2 complete languages. Of course, they're similar languages, but definitely not the same. And it's just a great learning environment for you. I think that being able to learn at your own speed, all of these are broken down into sets from most frequently used words to least frequently used words. If you make it through this entire app, you're going to have a great understanding of both of these languages. A very good purchase for you and your iPad. Definitely check it out in the App Store.